invisible the whole, like pretty much every friggin' episode.
That is a very good point.
Yeah, like why have this episode be like, oh, the invisible tear? Like he's already been an invisible tear. He like
Maybe he's not invisible. Maybe he loses the belt. Maybe maybe the government steals the belt in this one. This is the last
maybe. Or what if the robot gets the belt?
Ooh, now there's a tear.
Yeah. There is your tear. Wait, okay. You fucking ruined it. Garrett.
That'd be a very terrifying lab, at least.
We were counting on you. I was counting on you to get that whole argument in there, but you didn't do it. You suck.
Dr. Mirac in the room morgue.
He loves his dad.
Eric, you gotta eat.
I feel like that's all you ever eat.
There's a reason that Job's 20 pounds heavier than I am.
There's a reason that there are probably like 50 pounds of Hot Pockets in your thighs.
Alright, hold on. I'm putting on the opening titles. Shut up.
Okay.
You shut up. Don't make me shut up.
Garrett's spending all his per diem on shirts.
It's true.
Shirts and Hot Pockets.
Well, he's not spending it on Hot Pockets. That's why he's not eating.
Mm-hmm. I'm on that all Hot Pocket diet.
Yeah. How much of a per diem is Stream giving you to buy Hot Pocket?
A hefty
30 scary bucks.
A hefty $5. Oh, and with just $5 a day, you too can feed Garrett Spade twice a day.
Starving boy.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream Mini-sodes. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friends, Mr. Evan Sink and Mr. Job Spake.
Hello.
I like to thank Garrett for leaving enough room for me to be in this stream. Just enough.
Just enough.
His personal, literal and figurative girth.
Right. Well, I gotta move it around somewhere, and especially if you were in studio when Evan does join us in studio, we couldn't fit you in here. I think Wednesday nights is perfect. It's just enough room to squeeze you in virtually. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this lovely hot Wednesday evening.
So hot today.
I mean, it's very hot today where
it's
we
a real
are.
Scorcher.
It's hot. No, it was 90, but so that's why I'm rocking the tank top. And I hope you guys have been beating the heat. We're here to bring a little chill into your Wednesday nights. Yeah. Here to send a little chill up your spine on Wednesday evenings with The Phantom Creeps, starring Bela Lugosi, as a mad scientist who is trying to take over the world. We are on chapter 4, which, all right, tell me the title. I already forgot. What is it?
The Invisible Terror.
The Invisible Terror. So if you've been keeping up, if you've been following along, Bela Lugosi has all these crazy inventions, and he's trying to outrun G-Men and a newspaper reporter, and I don't know. There's a lot going on. Again,
and his wife, I guess, in a sense.
His wife, I guess she died. Some people in these things don't.
He did kind of outrun her.
Yeah, he did. That's true. That's actually a good point.
In a mortal sense.
In a very mortal sense. So when that plane crashed, I mean, I guess we saw that scene of him crying by his wife's body, but I think a more realistic version of that scene, he would be like, yes, and just kind of driven off into the sunset. But You know.
Now I finally have all the time in the world for my inventions.
But that's Hollywood for you. Especially, you know, again, as we said, this is one of the few Hollywood classic horror pieces of content that we'll get to watch on the show. Universal didn't let any of their movies fall into public domain the way that Poverty Row Studios did, but a lot of their serials are in public domain, so we get to enjoy this, which has some sci-fi, some action adventure, some espionage mixed in. So it's been pretty fun so far. I've enjoyed it. You know, the robot is ridiculous, but I think Evan certainly
clearly the highlight. I can't believe that Universal would let a gem like that go.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's that. They've been working with the invisibility effects, which are, you know, employed to good effect here, and a lot of stuff.
You know, I was just thinking, having a movie or a series with an invisible guy is a great way to, you know, get some extra mileage out of, like, you say, an expensive actor, or maybe someone who's just
Right.
a little older and can't get around as much. It's like, well, he's in the scene, you just can't see him.
Right. And I think they probably used that to good effect here with Lugosi, because Universal was about paying Lugosi as little as they possibly could and employing him in, you know, for very short jobs, as short as they could. There's like a very famous anecdote about one of the movies he did right before this for Universal, Son of Frankenstein. His role was super small originally, and the director loved what he was doing with the character, that he found he came up with new material to keep Lugosi on set working every day, because they just wanted Lugosi for a week, and the director loved him so much, loved what he was doing so much, that he said, let's keep him around for, I don't know what it was, 3 weeks probably, that they spent on those bigger movies, which, again, 3 times as fast as we got with, you know, the Bela Lugosi Poverty Row movies we've enjoyed so far. You know, what was it? Oh, and White Zombie was kind of a, you know, kind of an outlier. Another low budget movie,
Right.
but you know, we've been celebrating Lugosi. That's what we do here on Wednesday nights. So we also show some trailers and kind of try to give a little bit of an overview of his career and what was going on when. And, you know, first episode, we kind of talked about where he was when he made this serial, The Phantom Creeps. And then I kind of went back. We've been talking about his initial film stardom with Dracula. And then last week we talked about how he turned down Frankenstein. So we just saw a trailer for Murders in the Rue Morgue, which was his kind of the peace offering for not doing Frankenstein. They said, well, we'll send you to go do this other movie. So just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how he was treated by the studio that he, you know, pretty much helped give a whole brand new, helped, you know, really create the horror film as we know it. So a lot of mistreatment, but we'll get to, you know, unpack that as we also unpack chapter 4 of the Phantom Creeps. So
See how he's
They
treated
double
in
the
this.
water on his head.
there might be some waterboarding. I don't know. I think we're getting to the point.
Waterboarding.
What did you say?
Talking about shenanigans. That's dumping a bucket of water, like he's going through a doorway, and they have like a bucket of water positioned above, and he knocks the bucket and it dumps on his head.
Yes, they're pulling pranks
Yeah,
on
how they
Lugosi.
treated him. Maybe they just pull pranks on him constantly.
They did. That's what Universal did. They paid him very little, and then they also, you know, gave him a hot foot. Which, if you aren't familiar with that old school thing, very dangerous thing where you take a match and you put it, I guess you could wedge it into somebody's shoe, and then you light that match on fire, and then they got a hot foot. But, you know.
Well, they also
Very
probably put
different
spice
back in
and
the
trained with
30s and
them.
40s.
Yes, this is so Sweet Feet. I think this is the first time you've been able to join us on Wednesday. These are their avatars. Oh, Job, your echo is so bad. But these are their avatars. And so you get a blue Job and a blue Evan.
Or the Blue Men group.
They're the
Oh
Blue
wait,
Men
no, that's
group.
already thing.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's already been taken, unfortunately. You do, but these do legit make you look like you painted yourself up to be understudies for the Blue Man group. So, you know, you might as well go ahead, Blue Man group, and expect a call from either of these guys because, you know, got to get that next career stage, the next act of your careers in. What better pursuit than acting on stage with the Blue Man group? I mean, you know, very do what? Oh, okay, I didn't know. Job's feedback. Yeah.
Really bad?
What? No, it's not bad. It's fine now. It's better. And yes, Job just got a shout out from Sweet Feet. You know, a little bit of I wouldn't say that life saving is what Job does for a living now that he is also a lifeguard, and you could say that Job's always been saving lives. You know, but I can let Job speak to that a little more.
Well, what about the whole thing on Thursday?
No, not speaking to that, just your history of life saving. Are you not looking at the chat, Job?
I remember that hot spot we had in Mos Eisley where we had the stormtroopers.
Right. How could we forget? I mean, and speaking of that little Star Wars reference,
what do you want me to talk about?
well, I mean, we got to segue into the episode, and you just gave me the perfect segue, bringing up Star Wars because, especially.
Segue and start the episode.
Yes, and you gave me a natural, organic segue because when we start off this episode, again, especially Sweet Feet, you may see this and be like, oh, like I don't know what's going to happen in the story. They're already 4 chapters in. We're going to get a recap first in the classic scrolling text that we all now know from Star Wars, but actually was popularized by old movie serials like this. Actually, George Lucas was inspired by a lot of movie serials for the Star Wars movies. And then we'll get like a video recap of like the cliffhanger. Like it'll pick up from the cliffhanger from last episode because there's always a cliffhanger. So before we get into it, what do we think? Do we think Lugosi's gonna make any progress in his quest toward world domination?
Well, I'm trying to remember, and maybe the recap will help, but is his assistant alive or dead at this point? He's been kind of both.
He's definitely alive, but he seems like one of those guys that is just constantly like, it's like the people who have multiple versions of the same suit in their closet. It's like Lugosi's just got multiple versions of this guy back in his lab because this guy's been shot. It must not be that, but this guy has literally been shot and killed so many freaking times.
Power of that meteorite.
And it must be the meteorite. That's right. So Bela Lugosi's getting a lot of his mad science powers like invisibility and controlling a drone spider and controlling a crazy robot all through this, meteorite. So it's pretty crazy. So I think if you boys have it queued up, then we will go ahead and get into chapter 4. God, give me the title again. I forgot. Invisible Terror. The Invisible Terror.
Invisible Terror.
All right, here we go.
Wait. Okay, then.
It's going to go way too fast. We're not going to be able to keep up with it.
speed read this.
Dr. Mallory, assisting the authorities, invents a neometer, an instrument
Doesn't
he
help that
believes
it
to detect.
immediately goes out of focus.
Yeah, I can't even. It's like, and then I'm trying to understand what the hell's a neometer. Okay, here we go. Cliffhanger.
I'm gonna try to open this thing. What's the matter, Bob? Can't you make it? No, not yet. Well, maybe it's just as well after what happened to that neometer. Hey, Bob. Well, what's the matter with this car? The engine stopped running. Plenty of gas.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this.
I really hope it shows this again. Yes.
Just go. Just power through. Power through.
Before we all get blown to bits.
Bail, 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 bail. Ah! Ah! Nice. Dead.
This assistant is invincible.
He really is, man. He's just got great. He's got cat-like reflexes.
Oh, what is this? Who was it? Did you get that guy's license number? I sure did. 130,000 volts.
Goddamn corny 40s jokes.
Wow.
Well, that was a close one. Better see if the box is still there.
They're not like worried about these like massive power lines overhead.
These guys are too hard-boiled to be worrying about some live wires or fallen power towers.
We're hardcore. Hardcore G-men.
We're not the only survivors. The box is still here.
We got the box. The box.
Was in the box?
All right, I got one. Let me see if I can get the other one. Is he gonna be stupid enough to just? Yep, he is.
Did he not see him?
He's that dumb.
Oh, so he snuck by him that time, but not before.
This assistant is like too fucking lucky. I need this guy's luck. Oh, never mind. He's gonna get shot 20 times and still be fine. Huh. How are you even supposed to know that's a cop car back in the day? I mean, I guess the siren, right? But you got to be looking at the side of it.
What's going on here? You fellas trying to electrocute
Right, it just looks like every other car in the 1980s.
It's like the dang Chargers that all the police drive. Is that what they're called?
What?
That the like highway patrolmen and all that drive like now. What are those cars called?
They have Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah, that's what I said. Here we go.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend. I say the man even though nice. So see, that's pretty nifty little. I mean, it's a simple fade, but
This is like totally not racist robot.
Monk! The video! Monk is gone!
oh.
Meteor.
I mean, yeah, is he gonna even be able to get the robot to work without the meteor?
I still have you.
I guess he is. I guess that answers my question.
You will be the instrument of my vengeance.
Yeah, I think that's kind of an accurate assessment. I think it's definitely an accurate assessment there, Sweet Pete. There might be some racist connotations to that design.
You decided to come back, did you? The federal man broke
I mean, again, like we said, this is like right before we got involved in World War II. Like, well, a couple years, but things were getting going. I know. I said he's got resting bitch face.
I shall show you what happens.
Robot bitch face.
Robot bitch face. Yes. And you know that the robots aren't gonna take kindly to that once they finally become sentient. The accuracy.
Sex robot, sex robot.
All right. I'm going to move that bullet. Tell me what happened.
Call me an idiot fresh because I don't know what that means, but what's a baud rate, Evan?
What? I have the chat pulled up.
Oh, come on. You.
Sorry, flying blinds.
Oh, it's a fax machine. Okay, fax machine setting. How would I never would have got that. Yeah, that's the kind of old school technology we're working with here. I should have. So you can see this some of these lab equipment shots are taken from the Frankenstein movies. It's just stock footage.
Take your arm out.
What a crazy blood pressure machine. I want one of those at the Rite Aid next time.
Painless surgery. This and 1,000 greater powers are possible with the secret element. Now the source of it is gone. They shall not keep it. No government shall possess my power. I know where Bob Best has taken my meteor. But I can't go with you. They know me now. If I'm taken, they'll throw me back into Alcatraz. You can make
Alcatraz.
The Phantom will continue to protect you.
Of course, this guy came from fucking Alcatraz.
Thanks, officer. The newspaper nemesis.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
But not me. Listen, my editor's putting the pressure on me for a story. Is that one of the late Dr. Zorka's gadgets?
Look, Miss Drew, the safety of
Mr. Dish Pencil.
There are spies in the city paid to see Zorka's secret. Here comes Brown now.
Dish is in the house.
Okay, I'll call the chief and tell him he's at the airport. You get back and watch the house.
All right, now you go watch this, and you go watch this.
For sensational headlines, will we tell you differently?
Well, all right. On condition that I get the scoop when you're ready.
You give me the scoop, and then I'll be ready. Then I'll write it up, and I'll win a Pulitzer, whatever newspaper reporter awards were.
Miss Drew has made her peace with the government. Just the same, I'm afraid I'll have to exclude the press from this interview. Go on, young lady. Take
No press allowed.
Two sets of prints on this box other than ours. Zorka probably handled it while I was alive, and the others must have belonged to the fellow who got away. Jim, take these down, will you?
Yeah, what? Like, why is nobody standing guard outside this door? Fucking duh.
This is the source of Zorka's element.
No press, except if you want to just peep outside the keyhole, nobody's gonna stop you.
We told her she couldn't come in.
Word is supposed to be bond. What's it good for these days? Nobody's gonna recognize me with these glasses, or I'm Lugosi and I shaved off my fucking beard. I love it.
I might be able to extract Zorka's element from this material if I had time enough and the right equipment. It took Madame Curie 14 years.
I almost forgot my line. Fresh. Bela Lugosi is a mind freak, or maybe I should say Dr. Zorka is a mind freak. That should be clearly obvious.
This place is haunted, or I am. All right, Jim, you take Dr. Mallory to his doctor's. I'll follow along as soon as I talk to the office.
Well, you better make your call from outside. This wire's been tapped. Come on, Doc. Drive to the laboratory. He's playing directly into my hand.
Ha 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 ha. Gotcha, bitches. I freaking got him.
Meet you at Zorka's.
Back to Zorka's. Back to this place. Back to Zorka's. I mean, that's what you expect with these serials. Should expect.
This one's been a lot of going two places.
Going two places, telling people about things, and then telling someone else about a thing, and then going to another place.
Gotta catch all the characters back up.
How else are we gonna move the plot along?
If not everybody knows what's going on.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a break because it's now we're getting into a montage scene, and I have gotten less and less good about picking out the breaks for this episode, for the mini-sodes before they happen. So we're gonna break.
That wipe was as good as.
Yeah, that wipe is as good as we're gonna get. So we're halfway through. I cannot remember this title. I still have Crashing Timbers stuck in my head. The Phantom Menace. I don't remember.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, was it the Phantom Menace? Was that it?
The barely visible terror.
Ah, the visible terror. Yes. Okay. Terror. The invisible terror. So
the invisible terror.
I guess Lugosi's going around. I mean, he hasn't terrorized too much. It's like we just said. It's been a lot of going from one place to the other, telling somebody something, and then going back. And
filler episode.
Yeah, it might be a
right,
little
fresh.
bit.
The invisible tear. It's when you just you get like a thread pulled out of your shirt, and it's like you can tell that the integrity of the garment has been compromised at least a little bit, but it's not like actual torn.
Right. And that's why they call it the invisible tear. Ooh, okay. Sweet Feet in here with the hot film news. Hot off the presses. I did not know that. That's really cool. If you're a Frank Ocean fan, and if you're an A24 fan, because A24, again, we're talking about movies, we're talking about branding. A24 is very much a modern example of a studio that you just say the name and you know what to expect. And very much back when this was made in 1940, you said Universal. If you're going to see a Universal movie, it was mostly, you go to see a good horror movie. And that's right. It's just what we need, Cylon. Another Ocean's 11 movie up in here, of course.
Been making those the entire time, but Mr. Ocean.
Frank Ocean's 11. Yeah, that's just what we need, right? Yes, yeah. I said it just before you typed it in there, Fresh Rogan. It may be a bit of a delay there. Yeah, we all got it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there we are. That was the low-hanging fruit. Right, that's very true. Good point. Wow, okay, that was pretty fucking hilarious. All right, so we are going into our break, so we're gonna get another Bela Lugosi movie trailer. Again, we've showed this during one of the main episodes. I think maybe during the White Zombie episode. It's not a real trailer; it's a fake trailer. That kind of looks like it's a real fake trailer in the style of movie trailers from back then for a movie called The Black Cat. We're hauling a good 5 tons of Lugosi v. Karloff, mano a mano, battle of the death. And Satan even gets his way in there. So we're going to see a trailer for The Black Cat, which is the first time that Lugosi was paired with Karloff, which again, after he didn't play Frankenstein. It was only a matter of time before they paired him up with Karloff. So 1933 was the first time they did that, which is 7 years before what we're watching tonight. Yes, Black Hat. Yeah, to keep with the, no. Black Cat. Pronunciation is a great, wild thing.
Very nice Wheel of Fortune answer reading there, Garrett.
Right. Well, I mean, this is a game show too, right? We play games here. That's what we do.
Well, let's show him what he won.
That's all right. And here's your new car. No, we don't give away cars here. We don't give away anything here. You're lucky if we even. No, I'm just kidding. We try to acknowledge everybody. We love you guys. We love everybody.
Giving away good vibes.
Hey, we can give the Tahoe away.
We could give away a junk Tahoe, but I agree with
It's
Evan.
not junk.
It is junk, but I agree with Evan. We're giving out good vibes here. That's what we're serving up. So, and again, this Lugosi Karloff movie, I highly suggest you check it out. It's a lot of fun. So we're gonna see the trailer for that when we come back, and then we're gonna see the trailer for that, and when we come back, the exciting conclusion of Invisible Terror.
I think I'm gonna watch it.
Did you ever hear of Satanism, the worship of the devil, of evil? Approach with the great modern priest of that ancient cult. And tonight, dark of the moon, the rites of Lucifer are celebrated. And if I'm not mistaken, he intends you to play a part in that ritual. A very important part. Where is my wife, Karen, and my daughter?
Karen? Why, what do you mean?
Where is she? Open the door. Come, this way.
Peter, where is he?
Never mind him. But you will be dead soon if you don't come with me quickly.
And Karen?
Karen is dead.
No! I mean Karen, your daughter. Madame Persick.
What do you mean?
She's alive. Here in this house. She's Persick's wife.
And we are back. So that was a trailer for The Black Cat. Again, hold on, sorry. The Black Cat. All right, there we go.
That is correct.
Correct.
Dun, dun.
So that was a trailer for The Black Cat. Again, highly suggest you guys check that movie out. We cannot show it here because it is not public domain. Unfortunately, couple years though, maybe we'll still be around and I can show it. It is really one of my favorite movies though, and it's pre-code, so it's kind of dark. Satan and there could be some witch skin in it. I mean, again, Karloff basically plays a witch, and there's a whole coven of witches. So if you enjoy that stuff, enjoy early example of psychological horror, you should check that out. You may be White Hat. This is Black Hat. So I hope there's no confusion there. Anyway, we are going to get into the exciting back half of the Phantom Creeps chapter 4, Invisible Terror. See, I remembered it. I got it. So I
Did you write it
still
down during
got,
the break?
yeah. No, I didn't read it or anything. Yes. The back calf. Yeah, this is the back calf of the show. And if I pull it up here, I could show it to you, but I normally don't like to show it. It's just, it's the back calf. But anyway,
100% Angus black calf.
right. It's the good stuff, the best of the best. So we'll see if that's what we're about to get here in the exciting conclusion of Invisible Terror. Again, do you think Lugosi? I mean, we know it's going to end on a cliffhanger. Do we think Lugosi's going to pull out any stops? I mean, this is a Wagyu cereal, actually, and I don't want to get into the whole cereal joke debate that we've had for the past 2 episodes already. But what we're watching is a film cereal. So I know you're going to want to talk about your Fruit Loops, and your Captain Crunch, and your,
Tropicana Crunch.
Right. Yes, we talked about the orange juice cereal last time. Yes, get all your cereal jokes out of the way. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not This is cereal for your brain, not necessarily cereal for nutrition. So, we're gonna see what Lugosi does. I hope that. We'll probably get an explosion, or that. We had a plane crash after the first episode, so we can expect that it's going to be exciting. But Evan, Job, what do you think Lugosi's?
I'm hoping for another model scene.
You gotta admit, Universal does that pretty well, even for a film serial like this, which not a lot of money is going into. They're still making it, still putting that effort into it to make models and make those models explode. It is pretty wild. So I think if you guys are ready, Job and Evan, queued up, then I think we will go ahead and get into it. So here we go.
Queued up like a Londoner.
You're only too comfortable with that thing so close. Nothing can happen as long as the meteorite is not exposed.
I would not put a fucking meteor box on my lap in the first place.
That car is still trailing us. Get off the road and out of sight when we round that curve ahead.
Okay, that meteorite can't hurt you. They didn't know about radiation.
Radiation? What's that?
Wait a minute, there's somebody in the back. Come on, buddy, climb out.
Please, no, wait a minute.
Oh, you're all
Called her
right.
buddy?
Just a hitchhiker, doctor.
I couldn't imagine
Was
calling
she
a
hiding
woman
back there
buddy.
the entire time?
I guess so. Good move. Hiding in the back. Smart.
Whoever's in that car knows we've got the meteorite. All right, get in. Stay down.
Getting that party, huh?
With the wisecrack, there's trouble coming.
Classic.
It's always time for a wisecrack.
Especially from a reporter. Classic cynic. That's how we get these screwball situations.
Careful now, we don't want gunfire while we're carrying that box. Keep your hands where they are. Push the guy at the wheel.
6 years. Yep, a lot of people learned about irradiation just a couple years after this was produced. That's for sure.
That's what we're after.
Be careful. If you drop that, we'll be blown to bits.
Don't take the lid off while I'm around either. Put that in our car.
Who are these guys? Are these guys?
Like, I can't see it. Are they wearing masks? Is that still done?
I don't know. The dubbing, it's either the dubbing is really bad or their mouths are just not really.
You sound a little muffled.
Yeah, very muffled. It's not Lugosi into the skies, but that guy sounds like he's got a mouthful of cotton. Mouthful of, you know, candy or something.
I guess they're back at the lab, so do we have new characters in the serial?
Oh, look at that spider go, baby!
They're in the lab just playing with the spider. Having a grand old time.
Inject all these with my element and plant them along the doorstep. But the discs. When our friends Captain West and Dr. Mallory walk in, no disc will be necessary. The meteorite they're carrying contains enough magnetism to attract thousands of spiders.
Oh, marble mouth.
Something has gone wrong. They should be here by now.
Would you care if they had an accident?
Idiot. With those fools handling it, the meteorite
Idiot,
is liable to
fool.
explode and I shall lose it.
These are the few words that I have in my vocabulary to describe people. They're not very good.
This diameter will lead me to my
My
meteorite.
English teacher was a jerk. The dinkiest fucking plane and the oldest fucking pilot. What the hell is this? He's so vaudeville, dude. So vaudeville.
Line 'em up there, facing the wall.
Just stare silently and do a little soft shoe.
Is this turning into a mob story?
I don't know if it's a mob or like foreign agents or what these bros are up to. All these
It's
competing
hard to tell when
factions.
literally everyone is wearing a suit and fedora.
Oh my god, you can't keep track of anybody. I would be horrible at knowing who is who.
One of you is Dr. Mallory. I am. I'm sending you on a little journey. We need scientists of your caliber to handle Zorka's discovery. Warm up the motors.
Hmm.
Why, you can't take off now with that fog rolling in. Fog or no fog, we're leaving. Put that box in the blade.
Oh, wait, I know who that is. Ah, okay.
Get out of this, we'll
You can
have to
tell
do
by
it
the
ourselves.
voice. They haven't introduced this actor yet.
Careful.
He's a very famous actor. Maybe he popped up in an earlier episode, but I don't think we saw him.
Look out, you fellas.
It's supposed to be the Germans.
No, what? What is this? What? That was not a fight at all. It looked like it was about to be a fight, and then it just totally, the choreography fell apart. There was no choreography, and so they just stopped.
You gotta read between the lines. You gotta look between the cuts.
Right,
You're
right.
clever, young lady. But we're after the source of Zorka's element, and we intend to get it. Where's the original box?
I'd like to know the answer to that one myself.
All right, Smith. Go to the back road and make a thorough search of that car. Take Mallory with you. You open the doors.
Hmm. Oh yeah, look at that fog rolling in. That's when you know shit's about to go down. Oh my god.
Close the bunk. We are getting close.
I don't know how this dude's still alive. He's been shot a billion times. He drives like a fucking maniac.
Get in that way and keep quiet.
Dr. Zorka pulled that bullet out, and now he's right as rain.
Right. plucked it out.
Get away, Tim.
Right, right. That's exactly what it is. Ah.
This is just the end of Casablanca.
Yeah, see, yeah, actually, yeah. That is, you know, much more interesting, though. There wasn't shooting. Well, no, I guess Major Strasser did get shot. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen.
Just in case no one's seen that one yet.
An 80-year-old movie, Casablanca. Oh. Is this plane gonna crash too? How is she? What is she doing? How is she piloting this plane?
Is she?
No, what is it? Autopilot? That's some damn good autopilot they have back there in 1940. She looks like she's flying a fucking jet airliner. Ah! Whoa!
I'm gonna crash. Better not do anything.
Yep, there it is. Bop, 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 bop. Nice. All right. So that was chapter 4 of The Phantom Creeps. And there's a lot going on in this episode, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of yeah. I mean, as many people as we just had there, Joe Pesci could have made a cameo. I mean, it seemed like there was some mob stuff. Maybe there was just like Evan said, so many dudes in fedoras that it was kind of hard to keep track of who was who.
Well, we got some new actors, some new characters.
Right, it seems like it's opening up a little bit. And yes, the pilot, who was kind of under that garb the whole time, this won't really spoil anything for anybody, but the actor is the same guy who played Van Helsing in the first Dracula, and he played Dr. Frankenstein's mentor in the first Frankenstein, and his name's Edward Van Sloan.
Like, didn't that character show up earlier though?
He must have, because I feel like I mentioned it.
Almost positive you've said that about another character in this.
Felt like I mentioned it before, and so I guess he popped up briefly, but you know, I don't know what he was doing at that airway.
What was it called? The something of languages? The school of
the School of Languages. That's what it is. Yeah, that's right. That's where he's from. And I don't know what that was. So this is all within one of the earlier episodes. They keep showing the School of Languages. And I don't know what that means. Is it, I don't know, it's some kind of espionage organization or group? Yeah, I mean, well, it's all about who's got the biggest fedora, right? If you got the biggest fedora, then you're the one in charge. Wait, what?
It's a front group. It's like a front for something else.
Okay, so some kind of international.
The SS.
What is that?
You know, the SS.
Oh, the SS. I thought you said
that SS.
Oh, that SS. I thought you said DSS. Okay. I thought you said DSS. Okay. The SS. Again, pronunciation. It's important. Especially after you've had a couple beers. I said important. I didn't say portly. Let's not talk to me more over there with all the stones that you've got on your lap right now.
Keep talking about stones.
Yeah, I will keep talking about stones. Entirely unrelated. So, yeah, it seems like everybody wants this meteor rock. So, do they have it on the plane right now?
I kind of lost track of it. It was in the car.
Yeah.
and I'm not sure actually.
I don't know. I feel like that's the most important thing that I can follow in the plot. So I feel like it's got to be with,
Right, yeah, that's our MacGuffin.
That's our MacGuffin. Yeah, exactly, Evan. For those of you who don't know, a MacGuffin is a plot device that it's used to kind of keep you focused or keep the plot moving along, but it means nothing. At the end of the day, what ultimately happens to it, it doesn't really matter. But it just keeps, yes, it's very fancy suitcase. You can store and you can pack more than you can fit in the average typical suitcase. But you have to pay top dollar for it. It's much more expensive. That's why I certainly know such, I would not. Well, yes, well, exactly.
Delicious.
Very, very delicious, right? I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't had too many McMuffins. I hope I'm not
More of
angering
a McGriddle
anyone.
guy?
No, not even that. I'm more of a chicken biscuit guy, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, get the chicken
Okay,
biscuit.
well, yeah, those are...
But
Right. Well, when you remember to eat, Garrett.
When I eat, that's when, I'll go to McDonald's and decide if I want a McMuffin or not. But, yeah, I'll take the McSomething, please. And it's just a cup of water, a small cup of water. That's my average meal. Honestly, I don't even hydrate that much. Don't even get me started about how bad my hydration is. That's a whole other subject. Seems like everybody in this movie in this show is pretty well hydrated. I must say, 1940 America, I think everybody's pretty well hydrated. I mean, you haven't seen the frequency in this that you see in other things of, well, let me make you a drink. Would you like a drink? You want a drink? Most of those movies have some kind of they touch on that, and I think that is actually
That's true. I mean, going back to Casablanca, like half of that movie is just them drinking.
What can I get you? What can I serve you? And speaking of, Evan, what are we serving up this week?
Oh yeah. Speaking of, this week's cocktail. So this week we are watching, what was the movie again?
Horror pronunciation. I gotta lick my lips more to say this word. Horror Express. Is that good? Does that work? Delightful. Okay.
We were watching the Horror Express, and the cocktail of the week is the Midnight Train. It's a play on the old fashioned. You make it with some bourbon, some peach liqueur, some bitters, and a lemon twist for garnish. So sounds delicious. Can't wait to try it.
And on the page that you got this recipe from, I saw that they said that it is a excellent summer drink. So
exactly. I mean, we're kind of getting into summer
now that we're fully into we are getting into it. I mean,
have we passed the solstice?
I don't know if we have yet, but usually once Memorial Day has happened, that's summer for me. So
yeah, I think we're getting close. I think the solstice is in a few weeks.
Yeah, so we're getting into summer. It's not officially summer yet, but I think this drink I think this would be a pretty good drink. Yeah. So the solstice is on your shoes, and Sweet Feet can speak more to this, but when you have when you look at a pair of shoes, the solstice is that part where the soles meet the back part of the tips of the shoes, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about, clearly, obviously.
Right. It's that plastic thing on the end of your shoelace.
That's that. Yes, that's correct. I actually, it's an aglet. It's an aglet. It's called an aglet.
Yeah.
I can't not
Was it
say
gonna bother you to not say that?
because our good buddy our good buddy Zach, was it Zach that always? I felt like he was the one who always be like, you know what that's called? It's called an aglet.
Oh yeah.
So I can't ever think about that without thinking of him saying it's an aglet, and it's an aglet.
Sometimes you just know trivia and you want to share it with people.
Right. What can you do? You can't. That's me. You know, I can't stop it.
That's just the basis of this show.
It pretty much is 100% the basis of this show is me sharing trivia with all of you. So, right. No, I mean, yeah, that is exactly what an aglet. I would believe that. If you told me that, if I didn't know, I would believe that an aglet is a baby eagle. That sounds right. An eaglet. Yeah, an eaglet. Aglet, eaglet. We're just over here making up new terminology. This is actually a language show. We work on pronunciation and terminology and grammar. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Welcome back.
We do horror here. And speaking of that, we are watching Horror Express this Friday. I know it sounds like horror every time I say it. We're watching Horror Express this Friday at 9 p.m. Please join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get to dig into the whole Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing filmography. I mean, not all of it, but we haven't touched on it yet. It's a new thing for me to wax and wane at length about. So etymology, yes, we say that one of the earlier streams. It's etymology stream, yeah. So recurring viewers will find that it is a very big part of our show, etymology and all that good stuff. So
I love talking about bugs.
Right. Oh well, yes. That's oh my god. Did I just, what is etymology? But what is it? What now you're confusing me. Now I'm like, what the fuck? Do I actually know what the word etymology means, or am I wrong? Have I been wrong this whole time? It wouldn't shock me. We'll
leave that up some homework for the listener.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, because Evan doesn't know either. No. Yeah. Okay. The study of the origin of words. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, so Horror Express this Friday, 9 p.m. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It has, yes, all aboard for that. It has been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of good activity in the chat tonight. It's, that is what makes this show the beauty of doing something like this live stream, because I'm not going to pretend that I could do anything that Svengoolie or Joe Bob or Elvira, but what I have that they don't have is you guys in the chat bringing live elements to this show that I would never come up with or think of. So as always, really appreciate you guys tuning in. It means a lot. Evan and Job, as always, thank you so much for joining me. Again, next week, chapter 5 of The Phantom Creeps. I cannot remember what the title of it is, but join us next week for chapter 5 of The Phantom Creeps.
Thundering Rails.
Thundering Rails. Oh my god, that's intense.
Yeah,
okay.
What an exciting name.
Well, it sounds like maybe we're gonna move.
So probably doubling down on the trains.
I mean, I hope we're fine. Yeah, honestly, keeping the train theme going. So join us next Wednesday for that. Come here on Friday for Horror Express. Thank you guys so much. Until then, sweet screams, everybody.
Please.